North Carolina mountains, the western part of the state, where they've been fighting some wildfires out there. And if we can pin his video up on the screen, I want to see if he can actually hear us and describe a little bit of what he's showing, and then we'll hop back into the conversation about the flooding.
Yeah, can you guys hear me right now?
Yes, Scotty, we got you. Go ahead.
Gotcha.
Okay. First, I'll apologize for not being on tonight. I'm actually out right now with emergency management officials here in western North Carolina with some of the forest fires out here. This is currently in McDowell County. We're on scene of 125 acre forest fire right now that is just outside of the downtown limits of Marion in McDowell County. Right now, the big worry is our humidities are still in the low 40s to upper 30s, and our winds are gusting to around 15 to 20 miles per hour. So as you can see, I was able to break away just a little bit to give you guys this video right here. But this fire right now is approaching people's homes. I'm actually standing in the road, and right behind me is about 5 or 6 homes that are right now anxious to see what's going on with this fire.
Scotty, would you be able to pan your video down
right now up here in the North Carolina mountains and foothills with these forest fires that's really starting to affect a lot of western North Carolina.
Scotty, if you would be able to just tilt your video down a little bit. We're seeing the fire kind of right at the bottom of the screen where our thumbnails are. Yeah, there we go there. Scotty, I know you've been out there for a little while now. What can you describe for us in terms of the efforts ongoing to control and combat these fires?
Yes, so right now in McDowell County, there's McDowell, Burke, Mitchell, Yancey, and Rutherford County. So 5 different counties, along with the North Carolina Forest Service, that is up here currently fighting this fire. In Rutherford County, the Lake Lure community, I know that's been shared publicly with a lot of people. They're actually evacuating homes in the Lake Lure area due to forest fires. There's a huge forest fire in Caldwell County, just outside of Lenoir. One of the schools is open up for shelter due to a community that's been evacuated from the forest fire. So a lot of activity going on right here. And I'm going to move out of the way because I have fire trucks coming right beside me. But a lot of activity going on up here. And the bad thing about it is we're going to stay dry for the next 6-7 days. And something worse with the cold front moving through this weekend, anticipating winds of 25, 30 miles per hour, along with dry conditions and low humidities. I'm afraid we're going to see this scene here in western North Carolina for at least a week or so.
Absolutely. You talked about those firefighters a moment ago. So, yeah, please, we'll let them through. And, of course, stay safe where you are. They're doing a great job out there. And you mentioned that cold front. Even here in the Charlotte area today, once those winds shift to the northwest, all of that smoke from up in your neck of the woods was coming down our way. I'm curious to know, if we're smelling it here, we're noticing it here in the Charlotte metro area, what is the air quality like up for you in the foothills?
Yeah, so yesterday we were under a code orange. I think today, with the cold front passing through, that was down to a yellow. But as the fronts move through, we may see the air kind of stagnate once again. So we could probably see some more air quality issues Thursday and Friday before the next cold front moves through on Saturday.
Question for you, Scotty, and we've been looking at the bulletins that came out. You guys are in for some cold temperatures tonight, which won't necessarily stop the fire, but and I guess this is kind of a weird thing to think about when you're fighting fire, but are there precautions being taken for you and the other folks out there to stay warm while fighting the fires, or is that kind of not an issue when you're that close?
Yeah, there's a command center about, I don't know, probably a quarter of a mile away from where I'm at right now. There's blankets, coffee, stuff like that. They have 2 or 3 buses that they've got the heat on, kind of the command center. So right now temperatures are in the mid to upper 50s. So right now the temperatures aren't that big of a deal, but as we do go through overnight, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we're getting a pretty good wind gust coming through here right now. Their temperatures are expected to drop into the upper mid 30s. So that could become an issue as we go throughout the night.
All right, Scotty Powell, They're just, I mean, what looks to us like feet from these flames. So please be safe, Scotty. Before we toss it back over to get back into our conversation about the historic flooding events in South Carolina, I'll pause for a second and see if any of our guests or any of our panelists have questions for Scotty when we have him on the line.
Actually, I do have one question. Scotty, this is Rob, and I know we've thrown around arson as a possible cause of this. Is that kind of what they're looking at? There haven't been any lightning strikes in that area, so what are they kind of investigating at this point?
Right now, they've got some leads on what's taking place. That's about all I can say right now without giving away too much into the investigation. But they do have a few leads on the probable cause of this, and those are being followed as we speak right now. So I will say it is human. Human did cause this. So.
All right, thanks, Scotty.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
Thanks, Scotty.
Yeah, Rob and Jim, I'm sorry for not being on tonight. Kind of got called in to do this about 5 o'clock this afternoon, so I apologize, but can't wait to watch the show later on this week.
Scotty, feel free to pop in the next 20 minutes or so. Before we wrap up, feel free to pop in and let us know any new information you have.
Will do. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And we're going to finish up the show by going to Scotty. He's got an update for us with the wildfires up in western North Carolina. So go ahead, Scotty.
Yeah, thanks, Shay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good deal. So just got back here to Command Center. Some firefighters getting ready to go back out here. Probably about 15, 20 of them about to go out. They're getting dispatched to a certain area that's coming close within 20 feet of a home right now. So they're going to go try to get everything taken care of there. But as far as the wind's still kicking up, humidities are still low. Temperatures are into the low 50s now. So it's going to be a very long night here in western North Carolina with these wildfires. No new fires to report as of our last talking. But again, these firefighters starting to get a little bit tired, and they've been on this fire since about 2 o'clock today. So it's starting to wear on them a little bit. I did hear some reinforcements coming in from some of the mountain counties up to our northwest. So this fire is 100 acres. I think they skip out of the meeting there with the Forest Service. I think they were talking anywhere between 60 to 80% contained. But with this wind picking up, we may lose some of that containment. So that's about the latest I got right now here from Marion. I'm be glad to take any questions if you guys have any.
Scotty,
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, I was just going to ask, Scotty, are you actually forecasting with emergency management? Are you working with them to try to help determine what the winds are going to be and how the temperature and humidity are going to work into the fires for overnight?
Yeah, so we're here with emergency management, and right now we're looking at the winds, trying to look at some of the data when we think they'll start to subside a little bit. I'm telling you, though, it's pretty gusty right now currently, and it's been gusty for the past hour. So also looking at the humidity values and when we could start to see some inversion with smoke. So we're going to be here on scene for the next few hours. I think the Forest Service said they are going to be on scene all night tonight, along with a lot of the local fire departments here. So I'm getting ready to shift off, hand it over to somebody else because I have to be back here tomorrow afternoon and evening, and probably dedicate all my Saturday up here because with the next cold front passage.
Scotty, I want to ask you, a second ago you were giving us an update on the containment virus as you understand it, and I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. Was it 16 to 18% or was it 60 to 80%? 60
to 80.
Okay,
60 to 80 right now.
That's what I thought. That seemed like more of a realistic number that they might be able to estimate than 16% per se. But I wanted to clarify, and for folks who missed your earlier report, can you give us an idea of where you are again?
Yeah, so right now I'm in McDowell County in Marion. Actually, I think we are 1 mile from the downtown area of Marion where the hospital's at. So this is actually fairly close to home, or not home, to town. And I'm going to put my other earbud in so I can hear you guys a little bit better. But, yeah, so we're in Marion, just outside of the city, downtown area in McDowell County. But we also have forest fires going on in Caldwell County, Burke County, Rutherford County, and then southwest corner of North Carolina, Macon, Graham, places like that. Several large forest fires there. I think, don't hold me to this because I've been kind of off of the scene, but I do believe Macon County in southwest North Carolina is considering a state of emergency due to the forest fires there. I'm sure you guys could probably look that up while I'm talking about it. But again, a very dangerous situation here in western North Carolina. Even this afternoon, people out burning trash and burning leaves and stuff like that. And I don't think they understand just how critical the fire weather is right now. It is so dry. We've went 32, 33 days without rain. I would think anywhere between 8 to 10 inches below normal in the rainfall department anyway. It's been a dry year here in western North Carolina, so we're encouraging people, no burning. There is a burn ban out, but I guess some people not taking that serious right now.
Yeah, we're still waiting for today's numbers to come in from the North Carolina Forest Service, but as of yesterday, their preliminary number is 17 total wildfires burning over 20 acres of private and state-owned land, and that was yesterday, and that was before we had this kick-up of winds and these additional fires. Scotty, are you able to give us, as we're looking at the map here to better understand, and we're waiting for all this new data to come in today, are you able to give us a cross street or a landmark that you're near right now? Because I know you said this might be threatening some homes.
Oh, goodness. Whitetail Drive. We are right out off the intersection of 221 and Old Greenlee Road. I'm telling you, this wind is crazy out here. Very breezy out here. So Old Greenlee Road and Highway 221 is probably the best cross-reference in McDowell County that I can give you right now. I'm not sure of all the subdivision streets and stuff like that where we are, but Old Greenlee Road and Highway 221 North.
We know there's an active investigation going on to find out how this started, in addition to the active progress underway to try to contain it. What agencies have you seen on scene there over the last few hours?
Yeah, so right now we have McDowell County Emergency Management along with the Forest Service, as well as just numerous fire departments within the county. So North Carolina Forest Service and McDowell County Emergency Management, at least on this fire, taking the charge to see how we can get this fire extinguished and what the cause was.